Chestnuts and Changes. Roasting Your Fears into Fuel. Written and published by MSE Boost. Chapter 1. Embrace the roasting process. Your fears are holding you back, but they don't have to. Just like a chestnut transforming in the fire, you can turn your biggest fears and limitations into sources of power. The heat and pressure of life's challenges can be the very things that propel you to new heights. Think of a time when you faced a daunting obstacle, a moment when you felt like giving up. Now, picture yourself not only overcoming that challenge, but emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient. That's the essence of embracing the roasting process. Personal growth is not a linear path. It's a journey filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. It's in these moments of adversity that we have the opportunity to discover our true strength and potential. When we're pushed outside our comfort zone, we're forced to adapt, innovate, and grow in ways we never thought possible. Consider the mighty oak tree. It doesn't reach its towering heights by avoiding the wind and the rain. Instead, it endures the storms, allowing the elements to shape and strengthen its branches. Each gust of wind forces its roots to grow deeper, anchoring it more firmly in the earth. In the same way, each challenge you face has the power to fortify your character and expand your capabilities. Embracing the roasting process means reframing your perspective on adversity. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as stepping stones toward your goals. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Every failure is a chance to reassess, recalibrate, and come back stronger. But embracing the roasting process isn't just about enduring hardships. It's also about actively seeking out challenges that push you beyond your perceived limits. It's about stepping into the arena, even when you're scared, and daring to pursue your dreams. It's about taking risks, making bold moves, and refusing to settle for a life of mediocrity. When you embrace the roasting process, you develop a growth mindset. You start to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities. You become more resilient in the face of setbacks, more adaptable in the face of change, and more confident in your ability to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. So, how do you start embracing the roasting process? It begins with a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Identify an area of your life where you've been playing it safe, and challenge yourself to take a calculated risk. Maybe it's applying for that dream job, even if you don't feel 100% qualified. Maybe it's signing up for a challenging course or workshop that pushes you to develop new skills. Or maybe it's having a difficult conversation with a loved one, even if it feels uncomfortable. As you take these steps, remember to be kind to yourself. Embracing the roasting process doesn't mean beating yourself up every time you stumble. It means celebrating your progress, learning from your mistakes, and maintaining a sense of self-compassion throughout the journey. In the following chapters, we'll explore specific strategies for identifying your fears, reframing your mindset, and developing the resilience needed to turn your challenges into fuel for growth. But for now, take a moment to reflect on your own roasting process. What challenges have you faced that have made you stronger? What fears are holding you back from reaching your full potential? And what small step can you take today to start embracing the transformative power of adversity? The roasting process may not be easy, but it's always worth it. Because on the other side of every challenge lies a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself, ready to take on the world. Chapter 2. Identify your limiting beliefs. What's holding you back from reaching your full potential? More often than not, it's the little voice inside your head that whispers, "You can't do this," or "You're not good enough." These limiting beliefs are the invisible chains that keep you tethered to your comfort zone, preventing you from taking the risks necessary for growth and transformation. Limiting beliefs come in many forms. Some are rooted in childhood experiences, when a well-meaning parent or teacher told you that you weren't smart enough or talented enough to pursue your dreams. Others are born out of past failures or rejections, which can leave you feeling like you'll never succeed no matter how hard you try. Still others are simply the result of societal conditioning, which tells us that we should follow a certain path or conform to certain expectations. The problem with limiting beliefs is that they often operate beneath the surface of our conscious awareness. We may not even realize that we're holding ourselves back, because these beliefs have become so ingrained in our psyche that they feel like absolute truth. But the reality is that most limiting beliefs are nothing more than stories we tell ourselves, stories that can be rewritten with effort and practice. To identify your limiting beliefs, start by paying attention to your self-talk. What do you say to yourself when you're faced with a challenge or opportunity? Do you immediately jump to reasons why you can't do something, or why you're not qualified? Do you compare yourself unfavorably to others, or assume that they have some innate advantage that you lack? These negative thought patterns are often clues to the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Another way to uncover your limiting beliefs is to look at your behavior. Do you find yourself procrastinating on important tasks or avoiding situations that make you uncomfortable? Do you consistently undervalue your skills and abilities or downplay your accomplishments? These actions can be a sign that you're operating from a place of fear or self-doubt, rather than confidence and self-assurance. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? What evidence do I have to support it? Often, you'll find that your limiting beliefs are based on assumptions or generalizations, rather than concrete facts. By questioning these beliefs and looking for counterexamples, you can start to chip away at their power over you. It's also important to recognize that limiting beliefs are often tied to deeper fears and insecurities. For example, a belief that you're not good enough may be rooted in a fear of failure or rejection. By acknowledging and confronting these underlying fears, you can start to develop a more resilient and adaptable mindset. Of course, overcoming limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires consistent effort and practice to rewire your brain and develop new, more empowering beliefs. One effective strategy is to create affirmations or mantras that directly challenge your limiting beliefs. For example, if you often tell yourself, "I'm not smart enough," you might create an affirmation like, "I am intelligent and capable of learning new things." By repeating these affirmations regularly, you can start to ingrain them into your subconscious mind. Another helpful technique is to surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your growth. When you're working to overcome limiting beliefs, it's essential to have a network of individuals who can offer encouragement, feedback, and perspective. These people can help you see yourself in a new light and provide the motivation you need to keep pushing forward. It's also crucial to celebrate your victories along the way. Every time you take a step outside your comfort zone or accomplish something you didn't think was possible, take a moment to acknowledge and savor your success. These small wins can help build momentum and reinforce your growing sense of self-efficacy. Identifying and overcoming limiting beliefs is a crucial step in the process of personal growth and transformation. By bringing these beliefs into the light of conscious awareness, challenging their validity, and replacing them with more empowering alternatives, you can start to break free from the mental chains that have held you back for too long. It may not be easy, but it's always worth it, because on the other side of your limiting beliefs lies a world of possibility and potential, waiting to be explored. Chapter 3. Reframe your perspective. Your perspective is the lens through which you view the world, and it has a profound impact on your thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you're faced with challenges or setbacks, it's easy to get caught up in negative thinking patterns that magnify your fears and limitations. But by consciously reframing your perspective, you can shift your mindset and see these challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Reframing is the art of looking at a situation from a different angle and finding the hidden benefits or lessons that may not be immediately apparent. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control rather than what you can't, and looking for the silver lining in even the darkest of clouds. One of the most powerful ways to reframe your perspective is to practice gratitude. When you're feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, take a moment to reflect on the things in your life that you're thankful for. This could be something as simple as a warm bed to sleep in, or a supportive friend who always has your back. By shifting your focus to the positive aspects of your life, you can cultivate a sense of abundance and resilience that will help you weather any storm. Another effective reframing technique is to ask yourself empowering questions. Instead of dwelling on why something happened or what you could have done differently, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how can I use this challenge to become a better version of myself? By proactively seeking out the lessons and opportunities in every situation, you can train your brain to look for the good, even in the midst of difficulty. It's also important to reframe your self-talk. The way you speak to yourself has a powerful impact on your emotions and behavior. If you're constantly telling yourself that you're not good enough, or that you'll never succeed, you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that will hold you back from reaching your full potential. Instead, try to catch yourself when you're engaging in negative self-talk, and consciously replace those thoughts with more positive and empowering ones. For example, instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," try reframing it as, "I'm learning and growing with every challenge I face." Instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," try saying, "I may not have all the answers yet, but I'm willing to figure it out." By intentionally choosing more supportive and encouraging language, you can start to reshape your inner dialogue and build a more resilient and confident mindset. Another powerful reframing technique is to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and dedication, rather than being fixed traits that you're born with. When you approach challenges with a growth mindset, you see them as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than threats to your ego or self-worth. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by embracing the power of yet. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good at this," add the word yet to the end of the sentence. "I'm not good at this yet, but I'm willing to put in the effort to improve." This small shift in language can make a big difference in how you approach challenges and setbacks. It's also important to reframe failure as feedback. When you experience a setback or disappointment, it's easy to get discouraged and want to give up. But by reframing failure as a valuable source of information and feedback, you can use it to adjust your strategy and come back stronger. Think of failure as a scientist would approach an experiment that didn't go as planned. Instead of seeing it as a personal shortcoming, a scientist would analyze the data, look for patterns and insights, and use that information to refine their hypothesis and design a better experiment. By adopting a similar mindset, you can learn to see failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a natural and necessary part of the learning process. Ultimately, reframing your perspective is about choosing to see the world through a lens of possibility and potential, rather than limitation and fear. It's about recognizing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and that your mindset is the most powerful tool you have for navigating life's ups and downs. By practicing gratitude, asking empowering questions, reframing your self-talk, cultivating a growth mindset, and embracing failure as feedback, you can start to shift your perspective and approach challenges with a newfound sense of resilience and adaptability. It may take time and practice, but the payoff is immense: a life lived with greater joy, purpose, and fulfillment, no matter what obstacles come your way. Chapter 4. Develop resilience through discomfort. Stepping outside your comfort zone is never easy. It's human nature to seek out safety and familiarity, to stick with what we know and avoid the uncertainty of the unknown. But here's the thing: growth and comfort rarely coexist. If you want to build the resilience and mental toughness needed to overcome your fears and limitations, you must be willing to embrace discomfort and challenge yourself in new and unfamiliar ways. Think of your comfort zone as a cozy, well-worn armchair. It's a place where you feel safe, secure, and in control. But if you spend too much time lounging in that armchair, your muscles will start to atrophy, and your sense of adventure will begin to fade. The same is true for your mental and emotional muscles. If you never push yourself beyond what feels easy and familiar, you'll never develop the strength and adaptability needed to thrive in the face of life's challenges. The good news is that resilience is a skill that can be developed through practice and repetition. Every time you step outside your comfort zone and face your fears head-on, you're building the mental and emotional muscles needed to handle even bigger challenges down the road. It's like lifting weights at the gym. The more you do it, the stronger you become. So, how can you start building resilience through discomfort? The first step is to identify your comfort zone, the activities, situations, and environments where you feel most at ease. This might include sticking to a familiar routine, avoiding social situations that make you anxious, or shying away from tasks that feel daunting or overwhelming. Once you've identified your comfort zone, the next step is to start pushing yourself beyond it, one small step at a time. This doesn't mean diving headfirst into your biggest fears or taking on more than you can handle. Instead, it means gradually exposing yourself to new and challenging experiences and building up your tolerance for discomfort over time. For example, if public speaking makes you nervous, you might start by practicing a presentation in front of a mirror, then in front of a trusted friend or family member. From there, you might sign up for a public speaking class or volunteer to give a talk at a local event. Each time you face your fear and survive, you'll build a little more confidence and resilience. The key is to approach discomfort with a growth mindset, seeing each challenge as an opportunity to learn and improve. When you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, try to reframe the situation as a chance to build mental toughness and develop new skills. Remind yourself that the discomfort is temporary, and that the benefits of stepping outside your comfort zone will far outweigh the short-term pain. It's also important to celebrate your victories along the way, no matter how small they may seem. Every time you face a fear or take on a new challenge, give yourself credit for your bravery and determination. Recognize that each step forward is a testament to your growing resilience and inner strength. Of course, building resilience through discomfort is not a linear process. There will be setbacks and moments of self-doubt along the way. You may find yourself slipping back into old patterns of avoidance or resistance, especially when the going gets tough. But remember, resilience is not about being perfect or never feeling afraid. It's about developing the mental and emotional flexibility to bounce back from adversity and keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. One way to cultivate this flexibility is to practice self-compassion. When you're facing a challenge that feels overwhelming, it's easy to be hard on yourself and focus on your perceived shortcomings. But beating yourself up will only make the discomfort worse. Instead, try to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Acknowledge that discomfort is a natural part of growth, and that setbacks are simply opportunities to learn and adjust your approach. Another key to building resilience through discomfort is to surround yourself with supportive and encouraging people. When you're pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, it helps to have a network of individuals who believe in you and have your back. These people can offer perspective, encouragement, and a safe space to process your experiences. They can also hold you accountable to your goals and help you stay motivated when the going gets tough. Ultimately, building resilience through discomfort is about developing a new relationship with fear and uncertainty. It's about recognizing that the challenges and obstacles in your path are not roadblocks to be avoided, but opportunities to grow and transform. It's about cultivating the mental and emotional flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances, bounce back from setbacks, and keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. The road to resilience is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Because on the other side of discomfort lies a stronger, braver, and more capable version of yourself, someone who has the confidence and inner strength to face any challenge that comes their way. And that is a transformation worth embracing, one uncomfortable step at a time. Chapter 5. Harness the power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, a crack in the armor that leaves us exposed and defenseless. We live in a culture that prizes strength, independence, and self-sufficiency, and views vulnerability as something to be avoided at all costs. But what if vulnerability is actually the key to unlocking our deepest strength and most authentic power? When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility and connection. We let down our guard and invite others to see us as we truly are: flawed, imperfect, and beautifully human. We create space for honest communication, deep empathy, and true intimacy. And in doing so, we tap into a wellspring of courage, resilience, and transformative growth. The first step in harnessing the power of vulnerability is to reframe the way we think about it. Instead of seeing vulnerability as a weakness, we can choose to view it as a strength, a willingness to be open, authentic, and true to ourselves, even in the face of fear or uncertainty. When we embrace vulnerability, we send a powerful message to ourselves and others that we are worthy of love, respect, and belonging, just as we are. Of course, embracing vulnerability is easier said than done. It requires a level of self-awareness, honesty, and courage that can be challenging to cultivate, especially if we've spent years hiding behind masks of perfection or invulnerability. But with practice and intention, we can learn to let down our guard and show up as our most authentic selves. One way to start cultivating vulnerability is to practice self-disclosure. This means sharing our thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others, even when it feels scary or uncomfortable. It might mean admitting when we're struggling, asking for help when we need it, or expressing our true desires and needs in relationships. The more we practice self-disclosure, the more comfortable we become with vulnerability, and the more deeply we can connect with others. Another key to harnessing the power of vulnerability is to practice self-compassion. When we're vulnerable, we expose ourselves to the possibility of rejection, criticism, or judgment from others. This can be deeply painful and triggering, especially if we have a history of trauma or shame. But by treating ourselves with kindness, understanding, and forgiveness, we can develop the resilience needed to weather the inevitable ups and downs of vulnerability. Self-compassion means recognizing that we are all imperfect, flawed, and human, and that our worth is not contingent on our successes or failures. It means speaking to ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a good friend, and recognizing that our struggles and setbacks are opportunities for growth and learning. By practicing self-compassion, we create a safe and nurturing space for vulnerability to flourish. Another powerful way to harness the power of vulnerability is to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. When we approach vulnerability with a growth mindset, we see it not as a fixed trait or weakness, but as a skill that can be strengthened and refined over time. This means embracing the discomfort and uncertainty that comes with vulnerability, and viewing it as a necessary part of the learning process. It means being willing to take risks, make mistakes, and face challenges head-on, knowing that each setback is an opportunity to grow and improve. By cultivating a growth mindset, we develop the resilience and adaptability needed to thrive in the face of vulnerability. Of course, embracing vulnerability is not always easy, and it's important to do so in a way that feels safe and supportive. This means setting healthy boundaries, communicating our needs and desires clearly, and surrounding ourselves with people who respect and appreciate our authentic selves. It also means being discerning about when and with whom we choose to be vulnerable, and trusting our instincts when something doesn't feel right. Harnessing the power of vulnerability is about learning to show up as our most authentic, imperfect, and human selves. It's about letting go of the masks and defenses we've built up over time, and allowing ourselves to be seen, heard, and valued for who we truly are. It's about cultivating the courage to be vulnerable in a world that often feels scary and uncertain, and trusting that our vulnerability is the key to unlocking our deepest strength and most authentic power. The path of vulnerability is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Because when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility, connection, and transformative growth. We discover that our imperfections are what make us beautiful, and that our struggles are what make us strong. We learn that we are worthy of love, respect, and belonging, just as we are flawed, imperfect, and perfectly human. Chapter 6. Create an action plan for growth. You've identified your limiting beliefs, reframed your perspective, learned to embrace discomfort, and harnessed the power of vulnerability. You're well on your way to transforming your fears into fuel for personal growth. But to truly create lasting change, you need a clear and actionable plan to guide you forward. An action plan is a roadmap for your growth journey. It outlines the specific steps you'll take to overcome your challenges, build new skills and habits, and work towards your goals. Without an action plan, it's easy to get sidetracked or discouraged when obstacles arise. But with a well-crafted plan in place, you'll have the clarity, focus, and accountability needed to stay on track and make steady progress. The first step in creating an action plan is to get crystal clear on your goals. What do you want to achieve? What fears or limitations do you want to overcome? What kind of person do you want to become? Take some time to reflect on these questions and write down your answers. Be specific and measurable in your goals, so you can track your progress and celebrate your victories along the way. Next, break down your goals into smaller, actionable steps. This is where the rubber meets the road. For each goal, identify the specific actions you'll need to take to make it a reality. These might include learning new skills, developing new habits, seeking out mentors or resources, or facing your fears head-on. The key is to make each step as concrete and achievable as possible, so you can build momentum and confidence as you go. As you create your action steps, be sure to prioritize them based on their importance and urgency. Focus on the steps that will have the greatest impact on your growth and well-being, and tackle them first. Don't try to do everything at once, or you'll quickly become overwhelmed and discouraged. Instead, start with one or two key actions and build from there. Another important aspect of creating an action plan is setting realistic timelines and deadlines. This helps you stay accountable and motivated, and ensures that you're making steady progress towards your goals. Be honest with yourself about how much time and energy you can realistically devote to your growth journey, and plan accordingly. It's better to set modest goals and exceed them than to set unrealistic expectations and fall short. As you work through your action plan, be sure to track your progress and celebrate your victories along the way. Keep a journal or log of your efforts, and take time to reflect on what's working well and what could be improved. Acknowledge and appreciate the small wins, even if they seem insignificant at the time. These moments of progress and achievement are what keep you motivated and energized for the long haul. It's also important to anticipate and plan for setbacks and obstacles. No growth journey is entirely smooth or linear. There will be times when you face resistance, make mistakes, or feel like giving up. That's why it's crucial to build resilience and adaptability into your action plan. Identify potential roadblocks in advance, and brainstorm strategies for overcoming them. Develop a support system of mentors, peers, or loved ones who can encourage you and hold you accountable when times get tough. As you create your action plan, remember that growth is a lifelong process. There's no finish line or final destination. Your plan should be a living document that evolves and adapts as you do. Regularly review and adjust your goals and action steps based on your progress, insights, and changing circumstances. Embrace the journey as an opportunity for ongoing learning, discovery, and transformation. To make your action plan as effective as possible, consider incorporating some key best practices. First, make sure your plan is written down and easily accessible. Whether it's in a physical notebook, a digital document, or a project management app, having a tangible record of your plan makes it feel more real and actionable. Second, break your plan down into manageable chunks and focus on one step at a time. Trying to tackle too much at once can be overwhelming and counterproductive. Third, enlist the support and accountability of others. Share your plan with a trusted friend, family member, or mentor, and ask them to check in on your progress and offer encouragement along the way. Creating an action plan for growth is a powerful way to turn your aspirations into reality. By setting clear goals, breaking them down into achievable steps, and tracking your progress along the way, you'll develop the clarity, focus, and momentum needed to overcome your fears and limitations and become the best version of yourself. Remember, your action plan is a tool for your own empowerment and transformation. Approach it with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to learn and grow, and trust that every step forward is bringing you closer to your highest potential. Your growth journey is yours to create and navigate. With a well-crafted action plan as your guide, you have the power to transform your fears into fuel, your challenges into opportunities, and your dreams into reality. So take a deep breath, trust in your own resilience and resourcefulness, and take that first bold step forward. Your future self will thank you for it. Chapter 7. Build a support system. Personal growth is not a solo endeavor. While the work of transformation ultimately happens within ourselves, we need the support, encouragement, and accountability of others to truly thrive. A strong support system is like a safety net that catches us when we stumble, a sounding board that helps us process our experiences, and a source of inspiration that keeps us motivated and engaged. Building a support system starts with identifying the people in your life who uplift and inspire you. These might be friends, family members, mentors, coaches, or peers who share your values and aspirations. Look for individuals who are positive, growth-oriented, and compassionate, and who have a track record of supporting others in their own growth journeys. Once you've identified potential supporters, reach out and express your desire for connection and collaboration. Share your goals and aspirations, and ask if they'd be willing to offer guidance, encouragement, or accountability along the way. Be specific about what kind of support you're looking for, whether it's regular check-ins, honest feedback, or resources and referrals. As you build your support system, be intentional about creating a diverse network of individuals with different strengths, perspectives, and experiences. Surrounding yourself with a range of viewpoints and expertise can help you see your challenges and opportunities from new angles, and can provide a wealth of knowledge and resources to draw upon. One key aspect of building a strong support system is cultivating a spirit of reciprocity and generosity. Don't just seek out support for yourself, but look for ways to offer support and value to others as well. Share your own insights, resources, and connections freely, and be quick to celebrate the successes and milestones of your supporters. When we approach relationships with a focus on mutual growth and service, we create a virtuous cycle of positive energy and momentum. Another important factor in building a support system is being open and vulnerable in your communication. Don't be afraid to share your struggles, fears, and doubts with your supporters, as well as your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. The more authentically and transparently you show up in your relationships, the more deeply you'll be able to connect with others and receive the support you need. Of course, building a support system is not always easy, and it requires ongoing effort and intention. There may be times when you feel disconnected or unsupported, or when relationships shift or change in unexpected ways. In these moments, it's important to practice self-compassion and to trust in your own resilience and resourcefulness. One way to strengthen your support system over time is to actively seek out new connections and communities that align with your values and goals. Attend workshops, conferences, or events related to personal growth and development, and strike up conversations with like-minded individuals. Join online forums or social media groups focused on your areas of interest, and engage in thoughtful discussion and resource sharing. As you build and nurture your support system, be sure to express gratitude and appreciation for the people who show up for you. Take time to acknowledge the ways in which their support has made a difference in your life, and let them know how much you value their presence and partnership. A simple thank you note, a heartfelt conversation, or a small gesture of kindness can go a long way in strengthening the bonds of support and connection. Building a support system is about creating a sense of belonging and community in your life. It's about surrounding yourself with people who see your potential, believe in your dreams, and are willing to walk alongside you on your growth journey. When we feel truly seen, heard, and supported by others, we tap into a deep well of courage, resilience, and motivation that can carry us through even the toughest challenges. So take a moment to reflect on the people in your life who have made a positive impact on your growth and well-being. Who are the individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in you unconditionally? How can you deepen and expand your connections with these supporters? And how can you pay forward their generosity and kindness to others? Remember, your support system is not a static or fixed entity, but a dynamic and evolving network of relationships that will grow and change over time. Approach the process of building and nurturing your support system with openness, curiosity, and a willingness to both give and receive. Trust that the right people and opportunities will show up in your life at the right time, and that every connection you make is a valuable part of your growth journey. With a strong and vibrant support system at your back, you'll have the courage, resilience, and inspiration needed to transform your fears into fuel and to become the best version of yourself. So reach out, connect, and collaborate with others who share your commitment to growth and transformation, and watch as your potential unfolds in ways you never dreamed possible. Chapter 8. Embrace Continuous Transformation. Congratulations! You've reached the final chapter of this book, but your growth journey is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. Personal transformation is not a destination to be reached, but a lifelong process of learning, discovery, and evolution. It's a commitment to showing up each day as the best version of yourself, while also embracing the fact that you'll always be a work in progress. Embracing continuous transformation means recognizing that growth is not a linear or finite endeavor. There will be times when you make great strides forward, and other times when you feel stuck or even slide backward. There will be moments of clarity and confidence, and others filled with doubt and uncertainty. These ups and downs are a natural and necessary part of the growth process, and they serve to strengthen your resilience and adaptability over time. One key to embracing continuous transformation is to cultivate a beginner's mind. This means approaching each new experience or challenge with a sense of openness, curiosity, and humility, even if you've encountered similar situations before. When we think we already know everything, we limit our ability to learn and grow. But when we're willing to set aside our preconceptions and assumptions, we open ourselves up to new insights, perspectives, and possibilities. Another important aspect of continuous transformation is developing a practice of reflection and self-awareness. Take time each day to check in with yourself and assess your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Notice patterns and triggers that may be holding you back, as well as strengths and resources that can support your growth. Keep a journal or discuss your experiences with a trusted friend or mentor, and use these insights to inform your ongoing growth and development. As you embrace continuous transformation, be sure to celebrate your progress and milestones along the way. Acknowledge the hard work and courage it takes to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and make meaningful changes in your life. Treat yourself with kindness and compassion, and remember that setbacks and challenges are opportunities for learning and growth, not signs of failure or inadequacy. At the same time, don't become complacent or satisfied with your current level of growth and development. Keep pushing yourself to explore new horizons, take on bigger challenges, and expand your comfort zone. Seek out new experiences, perspectives, and relationships that can broaden your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Stay curious, stay humble, and stay committed to your own ongoing evolution. One powerful way to embrace continuous transformation is to cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning in your life. When you're connected to a deeper sense of why you're here and what you're called to contribute, you're more likely to stay motivated and engaged in your growth journey over the long haul. Take time to reflect on your values, passions, and unique gifts, and look for ways to align your actions and choices with these core aspects of yourself. Another key to continuous transformation is building a strong and supportive community around you. Surround yourself with people who share your commitment to growth and who inspire and challenge you to be your best self. Seek out mentors, coaches, and peers who can offer guidance, accountability, and encouragement along the way. And look for opportunities to pay forward your own insights and experiences to others who are on their own growth journeys. As you continue to embrace continuous transformation, remember that the process is not always easy or comfortable. There will be times when you feel stretched beyond your limits, when you're forced to confront deep-seated fears and limiting beliefs, and when you're called to let go of old patterns and identities that no longer serve you. These moments of discomfort and uncertainty are a natural and necessary part of the growth process, and they serve to strengthen your resilience, adaptability, and sense of self over time. Embracing continuous transformation is about committing to a lifelong journey of learning, discovery, and evolution. It's about recognizing that you are a work in progress, with infinite potential for growth and development. It's about staying open, curious, and humble in the face of new experiences and challenges, and trusting in your own inherent wisdom and resilience to guide you forward. As you close this book and step into the next chapter of your growth journey, know that you have everything you need to transform your fears into fuel and to become the best version of yourself. You have the courage, the resilience, and the support of a loving community to guide you along the way. You have the power to rewrite your story, to let go of limiting beliefs and behaviors, and to create a life of meaning, purpose, and endless possibility. So take a deep breath, trust in the unfolding of your own unique path, and keep showing up each day with an open heart and a curious mind. Embrace the challenges and opportunities that come your way, and know that every step forward is taking you closer to the fullest expression of your true self. The journey of transformation is never ending, but it's a journey worth taking one day, one choice, one moment at a time.